Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Afika Mira binti Ahmad and my check number H20A1049. Okay, now I will present about negative and positive impact in volunteer tourism. So first, introduction. Volunteer tourism is generally recognized as a form of alternative tourism. Volunteer is an organized way to undertake holidays that might involve aiding or alleviating the material poverty of some group in society into aspect of society or environment. Volunteer, volunteer tourism is a form of tourism which travelers participate in volunteer work, typically for a charity. The work they do, can be agricultural, healthcare, education, and many others. We move to the positive impact, which is to have a grassroots or cultural tourism. Okay, that's volunteer tourism offer tourists direct contact with local volunteer tourism, provides a unique traveler's experience, and demonstrates the most comprehensive practice of cultural immersions. An example, during volunteer tourism project, we are working alongside and within host communities. This provide an authentic and cultural experience that is not commodified the purpose of tourism. Okay, next second, cheap travel opportunities. The volunteer typically pay an average $2,000 for the privilege of volunteering. Volunteer tourism projects often take place in developing economies, meaning living costs are low compared to developed economies. Costs cover such as housing, meals, projects, materials, administration, and on-site staff support. Would not expect to pay any additional cost during stay unless you are wanting to do a few tourist activities outside of volunteering, making the cost of the overall travel experience cheaper than it may otherwise be. Having the opportunities to travel without a large expensive is appealing to many prospective volunteer tourism. Move to the negative impact of volunteer tourism. First, instigation of cultural change. It's caused by the demonstration effect and the action of short-term missionaries. May affect relatively large amount of change because they potentially penetrate further into the personal space of residents. The content between volunteer tourists, and a host community, which in some cases may be poor and have a little previous experience with tourists. Okay. That also may in fact function of negatively impact the host culture. The demonstration effect is a term donating the process by which a host culture is impacted when tourists draw attention to their lifestyle and item of wealth. Locals may respond to the presence of wealthy tourists by trying to imitate the tourist consumption patterns, and this content can emerge when these items of wealth are beyond and reach of a host community. An example, because volunteer tourism projects frequently involve volunteers from wealthy nations working with communities that are quick poor. Second, a decreased labor demand and promotion of dependency. The sector can provide much needed income opportunities and will likely involve the relatively low multiply effects. The presence of volunteer labourers may have the opposite effect and may actually negatively impact labour demand or promote dependency. Many volunteer tourism projects are based on unskilled labour. Volunteer tourists frequently perform jobs that locals could do instead. The problem, when volunteer tourists perform work that could be performed by local community members, is a volunteer tourist naturally work for free and actually pay for the opportunity is perform the works. So, they may undercut competing local labourers. The presence of free volunteer labourers may disrupt local economies in a broader sense by promoting a cycle dependency. The danger is the volunteer can retire the ethos of expert promoting difference in a local community to outside knowledge. Okay, now we move to the first question, that is, what do you agree with a content? So, what I agree with the content is because the positive effect to give cultural experience, volunteer tourism. That's offering cultural, educational, and scientific benefits to participants. Many of the organizations who send the volunteer tourists worldwide promise an opportunity for individuals to step out of their comfort zone, discover themselves, learn, and grow as individuals. The question is, why do you think the problem is happening in the first place? It is because the lack of experience. An example, a volunteer who is helping build the house, this person doesn't have the right skill. Their work may be of poor quality. Perhaps even unstable. In the end, this costs the community more time, money, and energy than volunteer has expended. Third question is, which is, what are the implications of the issue to the community, destination, or general public? Okay, to the community is for know their quality of life and environments of local community, the reinforcements of the community, the improvement of education and knowledge, both of the children and teachers, the creation of more efficient environments. As volunteer tourists pay more personal attention to the boys and girls, and that's make them feel better. In this case, host communities can access an autonomous state opposite the oppressions feelings that take place in unequal power relationships. Second, destinations. Environmental benefit as some volunteer projects dedicated to natural conservation, such as savanna or marine resources, to clean natural areas and help marine life. More environment awareness is achieved as tourists can become engine the local environmental action, helping to clean the place. Okay, we move to the question number 4, which is your advice to the resources of the problems. Okay, my advice to the sources of the problem is engage pre-trip research. The baseline research for any volunteers to involve understanding the cultural norms at their volunteer placements. Read widely about the local history, cultural, and even celebrated literature from the region. Understand the issue the communities and development organizations are facing, so you can be better assess the impact given a given volunteer project may have. The information is complex and often rooted in deep cultural norms. Question last, number 5 is, what do you think the benefit from resolving the problems? Okay, what I think is benefits because this reflects your skills and times. A key part of building a better volunteer start, which the volunteer are correctly assessing what skill they can legitimately offer to a new community. A volunteer use your research knowledge to take a hard look at whether you plan, allow adequate time to share your skills and positively impact the projects. Being honest in the stage and really assessing your potential value to the project is important. It may be incompatible with this trip, which means you then get the fun opportunities to investigate other options for your trip, such as local tourism, social enterprise, or responsibility-driven tour. That's all from me. Thank you.